Hey, it's me, MLV. Here we go with chapter 6 of Touched, called Waiter Who? Yeah, dude, Hawks replied. Do you mind if we have the roof? Just want a bit of peace and quiet, yeah? Quiet, huh? The guy leered. I know how it is, he added with a mischievous smile. Nah, Hawks chuckled. She's a workmate, he added, winking at you. I am getting so many mixed messages here. I have no idea what's going on, you thought. You stayed quiet, and the guy looked at you with a smile. Lucky you, he added with a wink. Why the freak frack is everyone winking at me? Oh my god, my anxiety right now. I feel like the bloody caveman SpongeBob meme. This way, dude, the waiter said as he led you and Hawks to the base of the stairs that led to the roof. Head on up, I'll be with you in a sec. Sweet, thanks bro, Hawks replied, ushering you up first. Where are we going? You asked as you ascended the stairs. To the roof, Hawks laughed. I know the family that owns this restaurant very well, he added in his upbeat, friendly voice. They're a hero-based family, so they understand that sometimes you just want to have dinner without being mobbed by the fans. Okay, you said as you reached the top of the stairs and dubiously looked around. Oh, this looks romantic. Romantic, huh? Hawks said casually from beside you as he looked at the table and chairs that were set up in the middle of the terrace. You looked down at your feet. He said this wasn't a date, but all the signs. Just how I like it, he said with a smirk. Do you bring your girlfriend here, or? Your meek voice asked softly, then trailed off. Hawks glanced at you. Curious about my exes, huh? He asked slyly. No, I just... You choked on your words as the anxiety rose into your voice box. I'm kidding, he chuckled, stepping past you and walking to the seat before pulling it out and sitting down. I make it a habit not to date too much. Too much publicity if word gets out. I don't want that kind of attention, he added as he casually leaned back with one arm over the chair and looked at you. You going to come sit down? He asked with a friendly smile. Oh, you replied, not realising that you were just standing in the middle of the terrace looking stupid. You quickly walked over and sat down, staring down at the table as your fingers dug into the sides of the seat. So what about you? You got a boyfriend? Hawks asked, his keen eyes watching you intently. Me? You squeaked, your eyes shooting up and meeting his. No way, you said as you covered your mouth. Got a crush on anyone? He pried, taking his visor glasses off and putting them down the table. You started to tremble a bit as your heart rate spiked. Why all these questions? You screeched internally. I'm messing with you, Hawks said with a soft chuckle. You don't need to answer that question. You silently let out the breath that you'd been holding and relaxed a bit. Stop doing that to me, you yelled at him internally, your brows knitting slightly. Whoop, got on your nerves, I see, Hawks commented when he saw the slight change in your facial expression. How can you tell so easily? You asked curiously. Hawks seemed to be able to read you really well. Good eyes, he said frankly as he tapped his face. I am carrying a lot of bird-like qualities, he added with a soft smile. Just then the same waiter guy came back carrying 2 menus. Yeah, I already know what you want, man, the waiter said to Hawks as he approached the table. You know me, Hawks said with a laugh. And what can I get the miss here? The waiter asked, smiling at you. She's dying for some of her favourite food, if you have it, Natsuo, Hawks said, leaning forward and placing his arms on the table. Sure thing, the waiter replied. You know, that's our specialty, he added with a grin at Hawks. I know, bro, that's why I brought her here, Hawks said with a laugh. Hi, Kay, the waiter called Natsuo replied. I'll be back. Thanks, man, Hawks replied as the waiter walked away. You two seem to know each other really well, you commented shyly. Yep, Hawks replied. He's the lesser-known son of the hero #1. Endeavour's son? You asked curiously. That's him, Hawks confirmed. Natsuo Todoroki. Their family owns this restaurant. He's worked here from time to time, studying health and welfare. Great guy. Knew his older brother really well before, Hawks paused, and his face fell slightly. Then he continued. Never mind, he said with a sad smile. Let's leave that. You tilted your head curiously, but didn't ask any more. So, what about your family? Hawks asked. They still around? You nodded. Yeah, me and Mum and Dad. Then you remembered that you hadn't had a chance to tell them where you were. Oh, you gasped softly. I need to tell them where I am. They'll be worried. Send them a message, Hawks said in his laid-back voice. Better yet, send them a selfie with me, he said with a smirk. Is that okay? You asked. Sure it is, he said with a chuckle, pushing back in his seat. Come here, chicken, let's take a selfie. You got up and walked around the table to his side. You opened your phone to the camera and then held your arm out. Hawks grabbed his glasses and put them back on before smiling up big. You smiled softly and took the photo, then pulled it down for you both to look at it. I put my glasses back on so they'd recognise me, Hawks said with a cheeky smile as he glanced at you from the corner of his eye. You giggled. I'm pretty sure they'd recognise you anyway, Hawks, with or without your glasses, you said as he stood up. Hawks stared at you with shock and excitement as he walked back to your seat. You saw the look on his face and tilted your head with confusion. Why are you looking at me like that? You asked. You just giggled, Hawks said excitedly. The cutest giggle I've ever heard. You blushed furiously. Stop it, you whispered bashfully, your heart beating wildly. Hey, I like that pic of us. Send it to me, Hawks said suddenly with a grin. You want me to send it to you? You asked, just to confirm that you'd heard right. Yeah, he replied, like it was nothing, pulling his phone out. Here's my number, he said, starting to read the numbers out loud. You quickly grabbed your phone and punched the numbers in, and then opened a new message to him and sent him the picture. Got it, he said happily from across the table when the photo appeared in messages. I'm saving your number as Chicken. You smiled bashfully, secretly elated that you now had his number and he had yours. You sent the photo to your mum with the caption, out to dinner with a workmate. Your mum replied almost immediately and you covered your mouth to stifle your laughter when she replied, Honey, that's Hawks, she sent back. You could almost feel the confusion in her message. What's funny? Hawks asked with a smile. I cannot speak tonight. But anyway, that was chapter 6 and chapter 7 is coming tomorrow.